Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us at our August Mountain Mobility Working Group meeting. Today we have our standing agenda, and we're going to start with a welcome and a question like we always do. We just do warm up and so that everybody knows everybody else. And the question for today is in the chat. What's one small win you've had this week? It could be a personal win, or it could also be a professional win. I want to ask for one volunteer. And if nobody says anything, then I can start first. But I want to give you just a few seconds to think about this one. And then we can popcorn it from there. Yeah.
I can start, Jessica, so you don't have to always be the first one. Hi, everyone. I'm Adriana Torres, Operations Manager at VIA. And my win is going to be a personal one. I've been taking my vitamins every single day without missing a day. And it's Wednesday, so let's hope. Let's hope I continue.
That's good. This is a lot of vitamins or just like a few?
Just like your rag, like your multivitamin. I'd say like about 4, 5.
Okay. Nice. Do you want to choose someone else?
Bob, I'm not picking on you, but you're the first one that comes up.
That's like you're picking on me. Mine's a minor win. I was sick last week and I'm feeling better this week.
Yeah. It sounds like a major win to be healthy.
Right. I hate being sick.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing serious. I know that some people are getting COVID again.
I tested, I was negative, so.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Yep.
Who's going next? Do you want to choose somebody, Bob?
Nick.
A personal win is that I had a successful second fermentation of my kombucha, and I made a really tasty ginger berry lemon brew.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds so complicated.
Right.
And I call on Tom.
Small win. I got to go. I wanted to go sailing this month. There's some friends that were in Chicago getting a group together. I didn't see any way to get there. It certainly wasn't in the budget. And I took a look at my Southwest account and found I had $150 sitting there that I forgot about. So I went sailing in Chicago
Oh,
last Sunday.
was the weather good?
Perfect, just perfect.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you want to choose someone, Tom?
I'll choose Lisa.
Mine's to win. I am celebrating this weekend my 41st wedding anniversary. And I still like him and he still likes me. So we're good.
Outstanding.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
You.
everyone. What's the secret?
Just liking each other, right? Choose carefully and marry your best friend.
Oh, congrats, Lisa.
Yeah. And I'll pick Reba.
Good to see everyone. I've been out a little bit this summer. I guess I could say my personal win would be more as a parent because my daughter just got her driver's license. So she's now driving herself around, which I guess is a big landmark. I don't have to be driving around as much, so that's nice. But good to see everybody. And I think maybe we have Joni left. Did Joni go earlier?
No, she didn't. So if you could unmute yourself, Joni. It is good to see you again, Reba. It's been a little bit. It's nice to see your face again. Let me ask Joni to unmute. Maybe she's on her
Sorry.
phone. Oh,
yeah, I'm on my cell phone, so it's it's a little weird. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'll go with a work win. I had 4 deadlines actually Monday 3 were unexpected. They were just put on me at the last minute, and I managed to get everything done and meet everybody else's deadlines, my coworkers who kind of foisted these things on me. So anyhow, just a work win, nothing personal. Okay. Well, I think Angel and Jessica haven't gone. So, right?
Yeah.
Either of you?
Do you want to go first, Angel?
Sure, I'll go first. So I have a professional win. So tonight, Jessica and I are going to be accepting a MetroVision Award for our Mobility for All Ages and Abilities plan. So that's exciting tonight. And then personal, I dropped my kiddo off at college last week, and it seems like he's still alive. We'll see. So I guess that's a win. Don't get text messages much, but you know, it seems like he's doing well.
Great win. Thank you, Angel. I can go last. I was thinking mostly about a personal win. I scheduled a massage this week for the next, I don't think it's next week, but the week after. But just scheduling that time makes me feel happy. um, so yeah, thank you all for sharing, and thank you for starting this meeting on a good note. We can, as Angel said, we have the award ceremony. So if we end early, may have to do my may have time to do my hair, but we can just move on with the agenda. We can start with any updates on mountain rides. This is from Via. Bob, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Oh, maybe he wasn't. Oh, there we go.
Well, this coming Saturday is the last Saturday, as far as I know. So if that needs to change, let me know.
I will.
Let me get
Speak-
ridership. Okay. So with 3 more days, yeah, 3 more days. We've done 180 riders this week, this month. For the year, it's been 1,025. So we broke the 1,000 mark again.
Just quicker.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I have an update. Landon processed the memo to do a mid-year budget amendment for the NEPADAC funds. So hopefully you'll get the $2,000 shortly. It still has to get approved. But we'll send y'all once we have the budget amendment, you all can send us, I think we might have to have an IGA. Let me double check, but you would have to send us an invoice, I think, after that. And that was for the local match for the ozone season transit grant.
So 1,025 rides so far this year. And what was the first number that you shared, Bob?
180 for the month
Of August.
of August, with 3 more days to go.
Okay.
Great.
Numbers.
It's yeah, the Saturday service has brought a lot of people from Ward, especially to Netherland Food Pantry, that we wouldn't have seen otherwise. And same with Rollinsville. We're getting a large clientele from Rollinsville that don't have anything to rely on.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
Sure.
I know that we've invited Gilpin County to these meetings. I don't know, Tom, if you have good contacts there besides the Human Services Director.
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
in fact, probably, yeah, I know the folks in human services, but maybe a commissioner would like to drop in, or Ray Ware's the town manager.
Yeah, to drop into a meeting here.
Yeah, what I think I'll put it out to them and just say, here's what we're doing. We'd love to have somebody from Gilpin participate. Who do you nominate?
Yeah. I mean, I think the big thing is that the service is benefiting their residents, right?
Yeah,
And
it sure has.
I mean, especially if there's a big increase on Saturday service from Rollinsville residents, like how do we get them to get more buy-in so that they are helping with the local match?
I think Sandy Hollingsworth would be the right one. She's the commissioner who lives in Rollinsville and whose neighbors have been served by this service. It would probably be, and she certainly knows Boulder County well since she worked for Boulder County for so long. It'd probably be a good ambassador.
Okay, would you mind doing an email introduction? I mean, if she's a commissioner, maybe we could get Claire involved, Commissioner Levy.
Sure.
And maybe they can meet.
Yeah, I've got everybody's emails. I'll just put it out there. When is I'll just make it now for next month's meeting and see what they come up with.
Okay. Let me make sure that I let my supervisor know, and so he can give Commissioner Levy a heads up.
Good. Yeah. When the coast is clear, you let me know.
Okay. And then if you could put in the chat how to spell her name, that would be good. That way I don't mess it
Will
up.
do. Okay.
Helps with the notes. And Nick was asking if it will be helpful to share some charts.
So
Yeah, ridership charts.
yeah, and can everybody see my screen right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Bob, thank you for always sharing this data with me and the county. This is just some quick charts that we presented at NEPADAC. This hasn't been updated with the recent numbers that Bob just shared, but you could see that the ridership for 2025, which is the blue line, is tracking higher than it was in 2024, which is the orange line. Through July, we'll be able to once again update this with the new numbers. Here is one more. Oops, sorry everybody. This is I'm not going to go into all these details, but we're keeping some of these tables that are also showing concrete ridership numbers to compare. Once again, you can see higher ridership in June and July of 2025 than 2024. So once again, from those recent numbers, sounds like ridership is high for Bob's. And we have some more information, showing the total ridership that is being received on each day of the week. I can prepare a presentation in more detail next time we talk. I just wanted to quickly show these since we were talking about it.
Thank you. Also, during the transit plan visit, so we're doing a Boulder County strategic transit plan. The consultant team, they came out and they made multiple visits to different locations, and they rode mountain rides, and they said that they talked to a few of the passengers, and that one of the gentlemen was just like so appreciative and said that he just never in his life thought that he would get transit service, and that it's a lifeline for him. So I just wanted to pass on that information that we heard from our consultant team.
Excellent.
Thanks for sharing those charts, Nick. It's interesting to see that the first month when mountain rides started with 6 rides, and it just keeps growing and increasing and making a difference. So thank you.
Largely through word of mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on mountain rides?
Just a reminder, we will be closed on Labor Day, Monday.
Do you have like social media posts that you're sharing that we can?
Yeah, it's going to be posted on our social media and probably on our website.
Okay. So we can make sure that we share that on ours as well.
that we can repost.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lisa. We can move on to volunteer driver program updates.
So Tom, this will be a tag team between me and you. So the town of Netherland, they launched the IGA to transfer the contingency fund over to the Netherland Food Pantry.
Great.
So the contingency fund for the insurance, for
Mhm.
liability. And so they are signing an agreement so that the food pantry will have those contingency funds. And then I sent a draft MOU over to you, Tom. I don't think, I mean, I just got back yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, and Miranda sent it as well.
Oh,
So I've got it, it's on my desk to review.
okay. For both of those MOUs, the one that I sent you and also the one that Miranda. Okay,
Yeah,
great. So, like, I don't know if you have to have your legal like expert review them or what you have to do, but as soon as we're able to get your approval, we'll run it by our attorneys again, and then we'll
good.
sign the MOU, and then we'll be able to get you some funds for operating. Do you want to give the team an update about trips provided? Because I don't think
Yeah, happy to. The first day, the first rides were the last day of July, the 31st. And I did 3 that day. I've done a total now, I think of 8. And again, just like things do up here, it's mainly traveling through word of mouth, and people are just reaching out directly. And so far it's just me because I didn't feel like we should have a structure in place before I recruit more drivers in, but I wanted to have some experience under my belt before I start to work with others. And at this point, I think I've got some experience to share
Yeah.
on those rides, but they're generally it ranges for the things you'd expect. I want to get to the farmers market in Estes Park. I need to get to I've got a doctor's appointment in Gilpin and I can't get there. I'm out of my medicine. I need to get something replaced down in Boulder. Can you give me a lift?
Yeah. And he's using his wonderful electric vehicle, so they get to ride in style.
It's certainly in quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess as far as next steps, I have a meeting set up with FHU. Rocio Ramirez will
Mhm.
update the framework, because in the framework it's outlining the town of Netherland. So Tom, I'm gonna set up a meeting after I meet with Rocio next Tuesday, and then
Great.
three of us can meet to make sure that all of that plan, like the framework, addresses what your needs are at
Perfect.
the Netherland Food Pantry. And then also they're going to create marketing materials for the program as well. And
Excellent.
we do have wonderful pictures. I don't know, maybe
How did they turn out?
There's some great ones. Yeah,
Okay, great.
we'll share.
Excellent.
Yeah, we had Tom pretend like he was a volunteer driver and gave a lady a ride and got some good pictures out of it.
A form of VIA director. You'll recognize her in the pictures.
I think she's still, it's Shebley McGonigal. I think she's still one of your directors.
Is she?
I don't know if you know her, Lisa and Adriana.
We had to hold our smiles abnormally long. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's some really great ones. There's one with the umbrella, which is really great.
Great.
Yeah, it was a good day. We actually got a good amount of like sun and also rain. So I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
we got the full Netherland half hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I think those are all.
Yeah. We also have pictures from all over. Like,
Oh,
so
that's great. That's great.
once we have alt text on all of the photos, we'll share them with partners. So via, we got quite a few of your vehicles. We got mountain rides in Ward. I don't know, we got some really pretty ones.
Excellent.
And with the volunteer driver program, Tom, should I send people who are interested in being a part of that, the info to you
Please.
directly?
Yeah.
Because I have a person who is interested in being involved in that.
Great. What's the person's name? I'll watch for a message.
I can forward you, I'll just send you all of her contact stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then you can.
Okay, thanks for that, Reba.
Yeah, no problem.
Reba, is she interested in driving or being a passenger?
She's interested in being a volunteer driver.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah.
yeah, wonderful.
And she's an older adult in this community that helps her neighbors in the area that she lives. So I think she'd be a great person to have on the team.
That's perfect. Thank you.
And I guess one other follow-up question, Tom, that we'll need to talk about, because when we update the project framework so that it's useful for you, I know that you had reached out to VIA about like umbrella insurance coverage. I don't know like if you all had talked about that like more concretely or if it was just like concepts. So do we need to get any of those elements into the program framework, like that collaboration with training with VIA?
Yeah, I put the question out there. I don't know that we've resolved it yet.
Okay. Great. I don't know, Lisa, if you or Adriana, I guess you oversee the volunteer program, right?
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything, but was it maybe sent to Dina if it was regarding training and safety or?
Yeah, it was somebody Bob Gray recommended. Bob, who what was the person's name?
Craig,
That's right.
Craig Christopher.
We can follow up with him to see if he's received something.
Great. Okay, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for helping me move it along.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll just need like, if you all, and if it's still too premature to like put that in the framework, that's fine. But we'll just need like a description of like how that relationship is gonna work for the framework, if it's at the point where we could document it. And then I guess the last thing is that I closed out the grant with Dr. Cog. And so yeah, the grant is it wasn't fully expended. We only spent about half of it because we were only working, we got everything under contract in January and then we had to finish up by June. So
what was the amount that we were what was the original amount and what did we actually use?
the original amount was $80,000, including 40,000 Dr. Cog and 40,000 mobility for all funds. And we spent about half of that, I believe. I can give you the concrete number. So there was unspent funds on the table. And I think that's just, we're compressing a project that's supposed to take a year into 6 months. And so it's about what we spent.
I can tell you as a former Dr. Cog director, we rarely had unspent funds. I was on the finance committee over there.
Yeah.
So Angel, for the notes, what was the support that was needed from VIA to add to the framework?
I think Tom reached out about training to see if the volunteer drivers could attend VIA's training and then potentially explore insurance, or was it insurance or was it dispatch?
It was training, insurance, and dispatch help. You know, somebody to be the first line to take calls, and I didn't know if VIA did anything like that or not, and that was the question. That's what I went to Craig for.
So I guess maybe, Lisa, I know you remember when Cultivate used to go through you all, and I don't know if we want to explore, maybe that's a phased approach, like we explore that later.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a phased approach and how it would work and how we would do things. But yeah, it's possible, yes.
I don't have any other updates with the volunteer driver program. I'm looking forward to the Netherland Food Pantry overseeing it.
Yeah, we are too. It's the word gets around.
And you're going to hire somebody, correct?
Right, that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun, but I don't want to make it my life.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Did
And Tom, I just want to
we-
clarify that you joined another device in the call, or is that somebody else?
Nope, it's not me.
Oh,
Is it-
that's me, Annette. Sorry, Tom sent me an invite and
Oh.
I couldn't find another one.
Oh, that's clever. So I'm in two places with two
Yeah.
voices.
are we still, is Grace still involved with the volunteer driver program? I missed a meeting, so I don't.
No, she stepped back.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah, she's got town has lots of other jobs for Grace.
Got it.
She's been administering the courts and working on the emergency preparedness plan.
Okay.
Good to know. Okay. If we don't have anything else, we can move on to business EcoPass update.
I don't think we actually have any updates here. I know that we still need to reach out like through the NEPADAC to different businesses, and that's a Melissa question at this point. I know, Tom, from the NEPADAC role that you're in, you had talked
Mhm.
about possibly doing an article in the Mountaineer. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've done that already or
not yet.
okay.
But I think it's time to do, especially what I'd like to do, Bob, is when you've got your final days of August done, if you could send them over, I want to post stuff that's accurate.
So as far as the business eco pass, I think that we've had, and this will be a discussion for NEPADAC more than the Mountain Mobility Working Group, but I think that we estimated a little bit high on the number of employees that would be covered under that program. And so I think the NEPADAC will be looking at what do we want to do for next year with the new contract? Do we want to lower that amount? With RTD, like say that we're gonna include fewer employees, or do we want to double down on outreach for the next year? So I think that and try to like maximize the contracted number of people that we said would have eco passes. So that'll be a NEPADAC discussion though. Yeah.
Good. Okay, excellent. I missed the last NEPADAC meeting. What is anything else come out of that meeting that we should know here?
It was mostly just updates, to be honest. I don't think we had quorum, so we just basically did updates. The library folks, they're interested in attending on a more ongoing basis. So they've reached out just to see if we could collaborate. Some of the stuff, I guess the librarian is working on an accessibility project.
I'm on that one too.
Yeah, you're on
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But they're working on an accessibility project and they want to know if we can collaborate. So some of what they were talking about like seemed like it could also be like the Mountain Mobility Working Group. So I know that there's some duplication of messages here, I guess. And so I just wanted to make sure that like we know like where they should be connected. It makes sense from the NEPADEC standpoint if they want to improve like sidewalks to bus stops or something like that. But the scope of this meeting is a little bit broader than just the NEPADAC area.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new schedule for RTD between Nederland and Boulder is really plugged up the holes. It's quite an improvement.
That's good. Nick, is there any other updates? I know you took notes. Is there any updates that I should have pointed out?
One other update, Tom, and I need to look at the notes to confirm the number, but I know that NEPADAC has some budget that they want to spend. And so I am reaching out to the consultant that did the multimodal transportation plan to I'll just say NEPADAC can talk as a group and then also with the community to identify a few places where a few projects that funding could potentially support.
Excellent. Okay.
And
well, I've
by
got some written down already.
and by projects, I think that they were primarily talking about pedestrian like connections and like accessible paths to transit or bus shelters or something along those lines.
Good. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, and we hosted it on Zoom for the first time, and the recording wasn't super clear as far as the audio. So I think we're gonna look into purchasing something with like better audio so that we can record those meetings and people can watch them after the fact.
That would be helpful, yeah.
Good. Our only other item are general updates. Does anybody have any to share?
I think we shared a lot of updates in a roundabout way already.
Yeah.
I guess just bringing it up that next year, since Mobility for All is overseeing the NEPADAC meetings, we would like to meet for this meeting at the same time as NEPADAC, but every other month.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to double check to see if the second Wednesday at, is it 4 o'clock?
I guess then I can just say all Wednesdays at 4 o'clock.
All second Wednesdays at 4
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah. So it's the second Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Would that, you don't have to answer now, you can take a look at your schedules, but would that time work for everybody here on this group? For the Mountain Mobility Working Group?
Second Wednesdays at 4 p.m.
So 4 to 5. I know it's a little bit later, but yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so Joni says it works, Lisa does, and then yeah, Tom, you already said it worked, and then
Yep.
Bob and Reba, I don't know if you all want to go back and look at your calendars or. And
I mean,
Adriana
I
too.
would say for me, it's more just around kids' schedule. Sometimes she has games and stuff, so that would be
Yeah.
the only thing that would be impacted that late.
Okay, that's good to know. Adriana, are you the same?
She just sent a thumbs up.
Okay.
For me.
There's two.
Okay. So we'll work on getting that solidified for next year. I know that we still have 4 more months in this, but just wanted to make sure that we get it on the books, and we have a lot of
Great.
communications requests to make sure that we
Did,
have
did
it
you,
consistent.
did you say every other Thursday at 4?
Every other month.
Month.
Every other month.
The second Wednesday every other month
Month.
at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like now that Mountain Rides is pretty stable and the volunteer driver program is finding a home, right? I feel like our updates will be less needed, like on an ongoing basis, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't know if we have decided who's in odd months and who's in even months, but we'll let you know.
It makes no difference to me. I'll be at both.
Well, you're at both of the meetings, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
I've got a 4 o'clock on Thursdays every other Thursday. So
Okay,
sure there's going to be some conflict somewhere, but
yeah.
that's
No, this
okay.
one's Wednesday, so I don't know if I said Wednesday.
Oh, I
But
thought you said Thursday. Okay.
okay, yeah, I probably.
Okay. That helps.
Angel, one other, and just since we're on general updates, one other outcome or quick discussion topic from the recent NEPADAC was that, and there's Steve Roundtree and Eldora are still wanting to work with NEPADAC to look at the future of the NEDREC shuttle,
Good.
and we'll still be in conversation about what the schedule and the routing look like this next year and onward. I don't have any other concrete outcomes from that conversation, but that conversation is slowly happening.
I guess 2 more just minor updates. There are 2 big planning efforts that the county is leading that might impact people in the mountains. One is the transit plan, which some of you may be familiar with. So that's an 18-month planning process that will help identify our transit priorities and how we're going to fund our transit programs moving forward. So that one is Nelson Nygaard. They're the lead consultant group. And then my team, Melissa specifically, is leading the Safe Routes to School Vision Zero Action Plan. So this is basically how do we prioritize safe routes to school projects around schools? And I know Netherland High School has talked about that trail and the right-of-way acquisition. And so there's a lot of discussions about that. But it basically is identifying a framework to prioritize school improvements and like basic like how we're gonna like weight them depending on what the needs are. So it'll be a two-phase project. The first one is basically developing a GIS analysis tool where we'll analyze all the factors that would make a school more of a priority or less of a priority. And then the second phase is to do 5 to 10 safety walk audits and safety plans. So basically we'll take 5 to 10 schools that are at the top of that list, and then we'll prioritize their safe routes projects for kids to walk and bike to school safely. So that one we have a consultant that we're in negotiations with the contract, but that one should be starting. And both of them will have a pretty robust engagement process. So just keep that on our radar so that we can share those engagement events with everybody.
One more quick update related to Vision Zero. I know that you all know the county has been developing the Vision Zero action plan, which has been is going to the board of county to the county commissioners for approval tomorrow. As you all know, that is identifying location specific and system wide actions that can help the county achieve its Vision Zero goal of zero traffic deaths and fatalities on our transportation system. And if you want to see the draft plan, I will drop it in the chat.
Great.
There's a public comment period tomorrow, correct? Yeah, so if you wanted to go and speak, let the commissioners know your thoughts on it, that's also an option.
Great. Thank you all for those updates. I'm excited for the Vision Zero action plan to hopefully get adopted tomorrow and for the next efforts to continue moving along next year and in the upcoming months. Yeah, I think that's all we have in the agenda. So we can adjourn a little bit earlier, and I will send the recording of the video as well as the minutes, as I always do, before the end of the week. And in the meantime, we will plan on seeing you next on September 24th. That's our next September meeting.
Good.
So
Sorry, Jessica, I have one thing.
Oh,
Sorry, I know
yeah.
you're already like we're trying to wrap up.
it's okay.
So the October meeting, I propose that we cancel the October meeting because we have the Mobility Heroes ceremony, and we would like to invite all of the people of the Mountain Mobility Working Group to that. It'll be in Longmont, but it'll be a great celebration to acknowledge people who make an impact on mobility. And there'll be lunch. So I don't know if anybody opposes to canceling October's.
No, and on the 24th next month, a lot of us will be in Casta.
That's right.
Oh, great catch. Yes, it's true. That's the same week as Casta.
Well, then should we cancel September and not October, or how should we work on that? How should we?
Maybe cancel both and meet in November after Casta and after everything else, maybe?
November, that's the week of Thanksgiving. So
Oh.
November 25th, 26th, I don't think a lot of us, I would assume not a lot of us are going to be working. The Mobility Heroes is on the 15th of October, and the October Mountain Mobility Working Group is scheduled for the 29th. So at least we could have that. Perhaps that might be the last one of the year, unless we want to reschedule the December or November one.
I think I'm good. I don't know if there's anything that we want to make sure that we do. Maybe we'll make an effort to schedule the Mountain Mobility Working Group for the odd months next year. So we meet in January.
Yeah.
So we meet October and then January. Does that work for the next 2 meetings? Okay. And then Tom, you and I, we can meet on like the volunteer driver program separately, right?
Yeah.
As I work with Rocio.
Deal.
Okay.
Okay, so suddenly this is the second to the last meeting of the year. So thanks for being here.
And the leaves
Oh,
haven't.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the summer just ended and now suddenly the year is ending. Okay, so we are not meeting in September. We're meeting on October 29th, and that's going to be the last one of the year. And then we will reschedule for the new time in January, starting January 2026. Wow.
Right.
One suggestion for October, since we're cutting a lot of stuff out, is if we have to, we worked on a lot of things this year that are going to come to fruition or beginning to. What's the one big thing we want to do next year?
I think we could probably think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think first thing that comes to mind, but is like making sure that the volunteer driver program is on solid footing and
Yeah.
that we have that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, we can talk about this in October, but there's also the Human Services Transportation Set-Aside Grants that Dr. Cog has. And I would like to either propose mountain rides or the volunteer driver program for that grant for next year. But there's a new funding source. Well, not new, but they're using CMAQ funding for it, and that has more limited applications. So CMAQ can only be used for expanded services, not continuation of services. So I need to talk to Dr. Cog to make sure that I understand what types of projects would be eligible for that human services pot.
Thanks. Who are you working with there?
There's Travis Noon and Mason. I forget what Mason's like. Green, maybe.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but I'll have a better update for October because I'm sure that we'll have a clear timeline.
Well, this is the last short sleeve meeting for me.
Okay, well, that's good.
Where in Longmont is the hero luncheon then?
It's going to be at the Boulder County Workforce building. I'm working on an Evan Wright invitation this week, and I'll plan on sending that to the heroes first, and then we'll just start promoting it. But if you want the address, let's see. It's on Kaufman Street.
Maybe also the video links might be good to share with this group.
Yes.
They're beautiful. They're so much fun.
So yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that too, maybe in the minutes when I send them over. There was I still need to upload them too.
If you can send some of those pictures that were taken on the mountain ride, that would be of interest to me.
The ones for the photo shoot, we'll send
Yeah.
those out as soon as we have alt text on everything. We just have to, from the accessibility standpoint, we just have to make sure that everything meets ADA requirements before we share them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's some good ones. And also of Gold Hill Climb. I don't know. Yeah.
Great.
So Nick was one of our wonderful models. So he even color coordinated with the Gold Hill Climb. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everyone. And we will see you in October.
Thanks so much.
Have fun at Casta.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.